Hi, chat. Sorry, was I late there? I got into doing something on OBS and wasn't looking. Welcome in, everyone. Happy to see you, Nan Reader, Cosmic, Michael, JK, Will. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. Let's see how we doing over here on the other platforms. Although technically, I mean, if anyone was chatting in YouTube, I would see it. But it's good to see that we're actually streaming over there. Hello there, Kick viewers. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm not doing tacos for once. I did reboot, so do need to reset the autofocus here. Windows keeps updating. Let's see here. Cutting board camera. Autofocus off. Okay. I so wish that Logitech allowed me to just set that setting and let it be. Oh, that's what's going on. Sorry for the noise in the background there, Chad. I didn't realize I reset my audio and I haven't accounted for my air conditioning fan, which has been off until recent. Uh-oh. Scramble conspiracy. The drama. It's sort of hilarious that I'm like And I guess it's human nature. I guess everyone's this way. They love hearing the tea, but they don't want drama themselves, regardless of if they create it or not. I just realized I didn't update the dinner command. Oops. Well, we're turning that off for tonight. I apologize. We're making chicken pot pie. And we have the ingredient challenge tomorrow, which is either going to be kale or cheese whiz. I haven't looked in a minute. What's winning there? Or is it... No, it's not. It's some other... Is it arugula? Some green. Thank you for joining me, everyone, tonight. Cheers to you. Okay, flour. I got some new flour. I gotta deal with my new flour. We have recently cleaned containers for our flour. Got flour. While Bob's Organic Red Mill flour is not the cheapest flour, it is the flour that I typically buy as a holdover or a quick spot. This was roughly, if not more, $1 less per pound. Fresher, most likely. Hi, Buns. Everyone sounding all right tonight, chat? We all doing lovely? But I've only got one lid for these. I think I got a second one in the trailer, but I don't have one here. So we're plastic wrapping this one. Making sure we're overlapping here so we got a nice seal on the whole thing. Used to have one of those slide thingies on it, but I just cut it off nowadays because this one's broke. Despite my otherwise wrapping my plastic wrap containers like they're going to war. Amount of duct tape on this thing. Then again, that also says a lot about a restaurant. It's probably a good thing to look at to see how well a restaurant is running, is how disgusting their plastic wrap container is. In some cases, just may say how much they do or don't use plastic wrap, but in most cases, they sell these at a rate where they're probably not going through them on a daily basis, at least. So using plastic wrap rope, tie that up nice and tight. That is nice and sealed for, well, until I need to get out of this. Or need more than that. But you're going to sit on the chair for now. There we go. Have a nice seat there, Flower. Still sore. We'll have to see here. What is today? Yeah. Ask me again on Friday. So we need to make some dough here tonight. Nope, not yet, Buns. You want to call it right now? I haven't even looked what the score is, and I can't even remember what the green was. I misspoke and said it was kale earlier, and then it was like, I don't know what it is. Let's see. Let's look, chat. What is it? Cheese Whiz is winning versus Arugula. So it looks like tomorrow night is a Cheese Whiz night. Cheese Whiz for dessert. Is that going to be enough for what I want to do? Thank you for the follow. It's not spray cheese? Sorry, Steve Mommy. It looks like you're already going there, so. Yeah, that's what I saw too, JK, when I looked it up. Yeah. Cheese whiz. Thanks, chat. The things you make me cook with. You know, it's as if I hadn't thought up this thing to begin with, but you guys really are nuts. Rule of dessert. Thanks, Buns. I'm not going to do it, but my brain went first thing to apple pie. So we're starting off sort of like we're making biscuit dough here. We're not. We're making our pot pie dough. And I'm intending to do both the top and bottom crust tonight. And I'm intending to do this large. So like, maybe like family style. Not banquet size. And keep going with this until most of the big chunks have been completely broken down into small little bits of butter. And we're trying to keep the butter unmelted in with the flour here, sort of like a biscuit dough. Which is why I'm cutting it in using this metal tool instead of like working it in with my fingers. It's a very interesting ingredient challenge. I'm completely kidding about complaining about it. It's an interesting challenge, especially when it comes to dessert. I almost want to buy some early tomorrow and give it a try and see what the flavor is like. Specifically of like what type of cheese flavor it is there. It's probably going to be more like American cheese and have like no real discernible interesting thing about it other than it's melty. But we'll see. We've gone over American cheese here before, how It's essentially just all the leftovers of all the other main cheeses. It's the one that they blend. If you know what recon in the tobacco industry is, it's sort of like the cheese equivalent of recon. Which, if you're unfamiliar, American cigarettes have recon in them, which is essentially all of the byproduct tobacco, all the stuff that falls on the floors, all that sort of nasty stuff, all the old returned stuff. They essentially boil it into a giant tea, spray it on paper, and cut it up and mix it in with the regular tobacco. But don't smoke cigarettes. American cheese is the equivalent of that. I stopped the music. Do I like beets? Beets. Beets. Oh, you mean the vegetable. They're okay. I'm not a giant fan of them. They're something that a lot of people, I think, cook and treat and serve wrong. Not a huge fan of borscht. Unless you're meaning vegetable soup, which is the very basic definition of what borscht is. It doesn't necessarily have to have beets in it. Pickled beets are pretty good. They're one of the better ways to enjoy beets. I almost put the flour away, Chet. Adding salt in there. This is a savory dough, so I'm going to add some pepper in there. Oh, come on. I just filled you the other day. Is this already? I don't know if they're getting bound up or the oils from the peppers over time are clogging something. It's just not grinding like it used to. Yeah, why not? A little of that stuff in there too. Garlic powder. Oh wow, I need to fix that. Alright, let's see here. Let's fix this. Audio when things are quiet is not fun. Need to get into my filters here. Let's see. That was one microphone. That was two. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better on the sounding like water when things are quieter. We don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. What it is the noise suppression or noise cancellation, not knowing what to get rid of and not, and so it sits there and sort of lets some things through a little bit. Hi, El Capitano. Welcome, welcome. We're working on some dough. I'm taking my time with it, though. Well, Saturday, Friday, Monday. Friday was great. Cake turned out amazing. Not necessarily. I've gone out for some nice dinners recently, which is a little out of the... But not like, specifically, this was my birthday dinner or anything. We're going to allow this to chill out a bit in the refrigerator, in a smaller bowl. And yes, that is too much for a normal thin crust dough, but that is both halves of ours, and we're going to be using this bad boy for our chicken pot pie tonight. So that's going to be our pie we're filling. It's not necessarily a pot, but it'll do. I could use this, but in this case, cast iron is actually going to work against me, because I have to heat up all of that metal, because I can't put the dough in there and the sauce in there when it's hot. Hey, Cozy Coffee. So this is going into the fridge to help keep that butter from melting into the flour as much as possible. Get in there. There we go. So let's turn ourselves over to our filling next. And cut up some chicken. Hey, Zeeks. I went to a different than normal store today and bought chicken. And I've noticed that there's organic Foster Farms made in California brand. Now, I believe Foster Farms owns Mary's Organic and Rocky, and they are in Petaluma, here in Sonoma County. And I'm curious, did this chicken come from Petaluma and it's under Foster's name? Jeez. You mean you don't have a wall of lava lamps and a computer checking how many bubbles there are? I forget what company does that, and if that's how they actually use them. But there is one of the big companies out there uses a wall of lava lamps as their random something generator. So I'm just going to... Actually, I might just cut that straight in half. That's almost flat already. Like, these are very obviously not the same quality of Marys or Rockies, considering the tip of this one is completely ripped off, and even though these were listed that they had rib meat on them, neither one of them have the tenderloin with it. Like, maybe I should be paying attention to the price at this store a little bit more. It was a little out of the way, though. Especially with traffic has been horrendous lately. Sonoma being all 2-lane roads, it just, like, gridlocks. I did all of that cleaning and I needed to move the chicken, so I'm going to use tongs here. Start heating up a pan over on the stove. Bit of cooking oil. Salt our chicken. But the sort of sad truth is I read through, I looked for places to go to, like, for nice dinners. And I was really unimpressed with the options that were out there. Like, a vast majority of them were, like, fried chicken, maybe some other form of fried chicken, or some other type of chicken, basic seafood, basic steak. Like, I was just, have some creativity, people. Like, there's nothing exciting in this. Like, there are a whole bunch of complex and expensive ingredients in some of the fine dining places, but the actual dishes are just boring, like, ingredient lists. Or Tesla. I mean, look at all the other electric companies that aren't doing half as well. But if we mention Tesla in that list, we have to mention BYD too, even though it's not in the US market. At least I think it's BYD, isn't it? To Build Your Dreams. I can't ever remember the company name for sure. It's something like that. I just remembered I have this, so I'm going to use this on the other side of these. I have the mixture of salt and dehydrated loveliness, our lemon pepper mixture from earlier. I'm still going to do salt on the first side on that one. What was his name, Buns? Crawfish boil. You were eating mud bugs? The crawdaddies? Boudin. That's living on the edge there, huh? That's one that people are sort of iffy about, because I believe it's a blood sausage where they put rice and blood in it and essentially cook it, and the rice picks up the blood and you get all the irony, and it's a little more almost livery. Chat, does the sound any different tonight from normal? Or does it sound normal? Because it's sort of sounding different to me tonight, and I haven't changed anything, but Windows is updated, and so... It's all coming through that mic. Why is it coming through? Why are you beating out a microphone that is practically on top of the pan? How does this sound? That should sound right. That should sound better. Hopefully. It's still picking up most of the stove stuff on my microphone. Alright, we're going with that one. We'll go with both of those. Bit more oil in the pan. Yeah, why is that all on... Like, I have to, like, hide my microphone to get the accurate audio. Welcome, King Beast. It looks like we already got our vote up for next week here. Buns has already got our next vote for the ingredient challenge. So, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday, it's going to be either beets or sausage. Or beets for dessert too. That's sort of like, Alright, so we got our sausage, our chicken all seared over on the cutting board. But we're going to continue in the same pan, but we need some veggies to throw in there. Just happen to have some pre-cut onions and peppers. And we got lots of carrots and some celery. I'm probably not the person to make this advice because I'm sort of horrible in making and maintaining friends, but mostly because I don't go out much. I cook at home 4 nights a week and make enough food for the other nights. However, I think most of the dating and like meet up and match up friends or dating are junk. And I think probably your best bet for that is yoga, some pottery, some sort of class or group. Become a LARPer. Yeah, something like that. There's walking groups in Sonoma County. We have all the paths and walkways. I don't know if that's necessarily... I know certain places that's better and worse, but... No, they're my carrots. Got Bottle Rock this weekend? It's always a crazy weekend. I've never gone and don't really have a huge interest, but it's always an interesting and popular lineup that they have at it. Oh yeah, it's sort of surprising that that I notice a ton of live artists in Sonoma County, but there sure is a lot of live shows. There's several bars that I know of. Hot Monk has got several places in Sonoma County, and they all have bars. They all have bars. They all have stages and regular live events, and like people that are there like every week for shows. And you also have like free concerts all over the place all the time too. Whether it's Roanoke Park or Sonoma or Cloverdale. Onion we got in here, garlic we got in here, sweet peppers we got in here. I think we'll just go with what we got. Alright, heat back on the stove. Over on the stove. Over on the stove. Zoom right. Yeah, but if you already got a bunch of nieces, the family line's continuing. You just get to have fun. Sort of curious what chat's reaction to that comment is. So carrots and celery in there, bit of salt in with them. Get ourselves some onions, peppers, and garlic. The vinegar is just going to actually, I think, help this whole thing along. Exactly, Buns. Like, you get to hang out with them and have the fun, and they get to clean up the bathroom. Too much? Adding our peppers, onions, and garlic in there. This is a great way to clean out your sinuses, by the way, chat. Your allergies are bothering you. Just throw a little vinegar in a pan and get that a good whiff. I don't know if that's healthy for you or not. It's probably horrible for you. I'm sort of iffy on how well studied the effects of vaporized vinegar is on the lung system. Your lungs are a system, right? I should stop trying to talk like I'm smart or something. I'm a smart bun. smelling a bit like, what's the name of the Panda Express? The veggies. There's always so much vinegar in their sauces and stuff there that the vegetables and the vinegar combo. But adding some flour to our butter and veggies here. Adding a bit more flour. It's deep. I did go to a different farmer's market that I haven't been to in years. It's sort of interesting to see that there's some vendors out there that I don't see anywhere else. It's funny how the politics is with it, the markets and the loyalty and all that. Like I've talked before, you know, the farmers markets are all like competing against each other when, you know, there's at least 50 other places. Like every gas station in between them is competition. Obviously, you could just add the stock in there as regular stock instead of throwing a puck in there. A solid block of ice in there to melt. But it works for me. Silly Twitch. My dashboard crashed on me for some reason on Twitch, the web page. I got an aw snap. It's better than a blue screen. I'll take an all snap instead of a blue screen. And we're into an ad here on Twitch. See if I can. It always bugs me that they disable the snooze function during the ads. Like, it's when I notice to go and push the button. Like, you don't think I noticed this, Twitch? This is entirely on purpose, you know? You gotta make a separate effort to come back. I've actually been debating just canceling or removing the regular ad schedule to things. Or maybe I should do 3-minute blocks hourly. Pretty sure I asked chat this before in the Discord whether they preferred 30-minute, 90-second ads, or if they wanted the pre-rolls left on, but I don't know if I gave you guys the option of 3 minutes for an hour. Could make it a little bit more of a thing if I noticed it, and use that as sort of like a hourly break. If you have thoughts, please let me know in the Discord. Or you can write it here, but then you're trusting my memory. In the Discord, it'll be like more recorded. Well, this is recorded for all history too, but it's easier for me to index Discord. Let's put it that way. Wondering what the definition is on a bomb is now. Isn't that like some sort of like... That's some sort of pastry or baked dish or... Like I almost feel like there's ice cream involved. Like, I don't remember exactly what the definition is that for sure. A bombe glacée, or simply bombe, is a French ice cream dessert frozen in a spherical mold so as to represent a cannonball, hence the name ice cream bombe. Thank you, Wikipedia. So we're waiting for this to get back up to a boil here shortly. Which will mean we're fully thickening here with our flour. I'm going to add some thyme, dried oregano, good on that. We'll do a little hot paprika. This was just used for flour. Add in some Dijon. In Worcestershire. That isn't as thick as I wanted. I might have to thicken that a bit more. I'm going to go with flour instead of cornstarch tonight for this project. That's a bit closer to what I'm looking for. Got some actual thick bubble action going there. Turn the heat down a bit on this. Alright, now we're going to add some more moisture back in there, because we're adding more veggies in there. I got peas and carrots, chat. Supposedly IQF. Peas and corn. Did I say carrot? Peas and corn. I'd just be adding peas and corn into this lovely, now well thickened mixture. Hi, chat. Do want to bring this back to boil here first. With the peas and corn, just to make sure they're completely cooked through. Making sure everything in our stew of our chicken pot pie is completely cooked through, completely safe. Don't have to worry about reheating it in the pie mixture. We're just really worried about the dough when it comes to the pie. I'd look to see if there was any peas on the floor. But this mixture at this point most certainly needs more pepper. I don't know if I've added any pepper in this yet. We added it in the dough. But I'm going to add some pepper over here. Sort of feeling adding a little nutmeg to this too, just for a... But now we're back bubbling there nicely. And turn the heat down and add the chicken in. I cleaned the stovetop pretty good before stream, so I'm trusting that any of that all of that dirt around the pan is entirely overflow from tonight. Okay, back to flour time. We need some heat underneath this, though. Need to cook that flour through a bit. Over on the cutting board, we have got our dough, and I am going to take roughly a third of this, well, more than a third of this, but not quite half, and we're going to roll this out for our bottom. This other half here, we're going to roughly ball up and throw back in the fridge. I've been hooked on chess videos lately, chat. I don't really know why. Like, I like chess. Chess is sort of cool. I never got into it, and I most certainly... Well, I sort of got into it as a kid, but I never really got into it, and I certainly didn't get into, like, timed matches. And I've been sort of, like, watching the clickbaity YouTube, you know, I played such and such scammer or whatever. When I don't even really, like, I've never really played with, you know, hit the timer every time you make a move sort of a thing, or... And it's completely changed from when I was a kid as well, because, like, they had the plays and the moves that were well known when I was a kid, but the whole computer age has completely changed that, and what what moves are available and what can people do. It's sort of funny that it is fun to watch. It's more fun to watch than golf is. The one I just finished watching earlier, was it earlier today or last night, was Nakamura versus a bunch of people in Detroit. The guy who was playing he was fast. He wasn't necessarily good, but he had a mouth on him, man. Not necessarily like swearing, but he was loud. He was all over the place with what he was saying. He was a royal character to listen to. It almost made the video by itself fun to watch. Okay, so this is going to be our bottom crust for our pie, so that's going to go in the refrigerator to sort of chill like that. If I can find room for it. To the back with you, cake. I stopped the music and didn't intend to, chat. Sorry. I'm getting butter. If I was over at the computer, the music would already be back, but instead you get to sit here and listen to me. It's like an ad, but it's not really an ad. Let's see here. There we go. And here I thought that was going to be a run-on joke. Taking the butter over here. And giving this a roll out, flatten it out a bit. Peel the butter wrap off. Actually, maybe the best way to get a nice clean butter wrap. Alright, but we've got our flattened butter now. Pulling out the other ball of dough now. And give this a quick stir over on the stove. Make sure we're not sticking and burning or anything. Nothing really sticking. Getting a little skin action, which is can be a flour symptom. Wrong flour. We need pastry flour for the rest of this. You gotta slap the dough, chat. It's like a big piece of meat. You gotta slap it. That's what she said. Adding our butter to the dough. And I am doing a bit of a more envelope method here tonight. Come on, butter, stick to yourself. Quit sticking to the parchment, stick to yourself. Or the dough, but there's sort of purposely too much flour there for that. Top that with a bit more pastry flour. Lift the top over that, sort of seal the butter in place as best we can within the dough. Fold it a couple of times here. And that is going back into the refrigerator. Hello, Dr. Pepperito. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. Welcome in. You've never tried chicken pot pie in your life. It is a lovely dish. It's essentially like a chicken stew with a lot of root veggies. And then that's sealed inside of a puff pastry and baked. Just like a normal pie, but not. And I guess traditionally in a pot. But I'm doing mine in a sort of oval pie pot. Or bowl. Putting the flour away, chat. We're still going to use the flour that's on the counter there, though. So we're not getting rid of that yet. I am doing a rather large pot pie, too. This is sort of like I was saying earlier, this is sort of like family-style pot pie that I'm making tonight. You'll often see pot pies, especially here in the U.S., sold like individually. Like, sort of like a KFC thing, or... because they're a product that's easy to make ahead and then bake and sell individually. Hey, Vinny. How you been? Sometimes people have top and bottom crust on their pot pies. Sometimes they're a whole, like, transportable thing on their own. Sometimes they're just on the top of the pot. Like, they've made a stew in a pot and just topped the pot with crust. Yeah, sorry about Twitch wanting me to run ads in order to get rid of pre-rolls. I don't love the system. Yeah, but is that true of a pot pie in particular? Like, I think of a pie, and yes, I think of top and bottom. But pot pie, I don't necessarily say that has to have. And case in point, when I mentioned before, it's a product that you'll find very often made like individually, because they're easy to pre-make and just bake and sell to order. And I'm sort of doing like a family version. But the KFC version that I at least saw in the quick... I haven't had a KFC pot pie that I can remember. Maybe it was when I was young. But it was shown in the scene there as though it was like a cardboard cup with a crust on top. Isn't it runny once you've cut it? You don't want it if it's like that. Well, like I said, it's very often, and like I'm doing, it's sort of like a family style thing. I'm sort of breaking into this with a spoon tonight sort of style. And so yeah, it will be runny and it will run out, but it's always a sort of like a mix of the crust and the interior. It's along the lines of like a meat pie in the UK or in Europe, where it's got a gravy inside with the meat, and you know they serve it with I sort of agree about that with pies. Like your pie interior should be thick enough to hold up that it doesn't like fill the gap that you just took out of it. And I've been guilty of this in the past. I've done pies before that have turned out way too thin in the end and been sort of like a soup. But it's not my intent. Alright, we're getting to the point here with the filling though that I'm going to turn the filling off. We've gotten enough cook time on that, I think. Especially with the oven time, that that'll be lovely right there. We want that to cool down. We don't want that super hot for putting in the crust in the bottom. Like, we don't want to turn the dough in the bottom soft from the filling. So this is like I'm almost tempted to throw this in the freezer on a sheet pan to cool it down real quick. Actually, I am going to do that. To aid with the cleanup of this project. Over on the cutting board. And now this goes into the freezer after I clear some room. There, that wasn't a complete mess. Making sure we're thick enough we're not flowing off the edge or something silly there. But right now we're just sort of we're chilling. We're chilling the filling. We're chilling our doughs. Welcome in, Luna Rosa. I'm sorry for not saying hi earlier. You said hi. I didn't say hi back. I have a giant freezer over here too, so I have lots of freezer space. It's more of... Actually, I have too much freezer space. And you should keep your freezer full. Keeping your freezer full is actually efficient for your refrigerator, because your refrigerator will take air from the freezer and pump it into the refrigerator. They're a big saver for people that are doing prep and do sub recipes and stuff like that. That can be amazing for people that are doing, got families to do meal prep for. I don't really do much meal prep here, doing 4 streams a week. But meal prep is an amazing way to save some money and use that freezer that you're paying to keep cold. Now there's somewhere, and sure, AI could help out a lot more. There's refrigerators. Like, even just a refrigerator knowing time of day would be huge, because it could be so lazy at nighttime because it knows no one's going to open that door. Instead, it just sits there with a temperature probe and, oh no, it's getting too warm, turn it on again. Probably save quite a bit of electricity. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't. Though at the same time, a lot of refrigerators are connected to the internet, regardless if you've got like a smart refrigerator. So like, my parents got a newer refrigerator, and it's got an antenna on it. And I am certain that is sending all sorts of data back. Yeah, there's a Wi-Fi / internet protocol for that's sort of like the commercial end, and they sort of hide on your normal Wi-Fi. And if you got something like there's ways that you can, whether it's a firewall or some other type of filtering service, there's ways that you can see all the traffic that's happening on your internet, and you can drop a lot of just useless stuff going off of you if you've got a properly run firewall or... But what I'm saying, like, it won't even show up as like a device on your router, but it'll still be sort of piggybacking. So I've taken the dough out that I added the butter to here, or our top dough, given this a roll out. And then I'm going to fold it and put it back in the fridge. Sort of like a cross between puff pastry and biscuit dough here. We've definitely got a sort of heart of biscuit that I'm now sort of treating like puff pastry. Oh hey, I can snooze my ads now. There we go, we'll have a pre-roll for about a minute. Preheating my oven to 400 degrees. We're going to be starting tonight's pot pie at 400 and then dropping the temp down a bit to make sure we get a complete cook, but we're going to give it a solid 15-20 minutes at 400 and then drop it down to try and get the crust nice and browned on the bottom. How you doing tonight, chat? How was your weekend? What's new? What's happening? Who's excited about something coming up this week? Feeling tired, but not for a good reason. I don't know why. I'm just like well, I have a pretty good idea why, but along with my neck and my back, I'm still just wiped out and tired. It's not fun lately. I didn't get enough exercise today. I was active, but I didn't do enough. I got laundry done today. That was exciting. Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz dessert. Like, you just saying dinner isn't exactly all that easy either. Like, I mean, yeah, I can make like a steak po' boy. Or not a po' boy, but like a cheesesteak. But Cheese Whiz cake. Cheddar cake? Well, actually, I don't know. Like, chat, is it like a cheddar flavor? Or is it more like a homogenous American thing? Or I can't remember what it's like. Because I'm thinking of jarred cheese, and my mind goes to jarred quesos, which maybe use the same cheese, but without the veggies. Thank you for the follow. A Cheese Whiz corn cake? I'm debating doing an interesting stream next Sunday. I might actually have to do 2 streams if I do that. But I'm debating the idea of an early morning Sunday breakfast stream. Like, Twitch is telling me, numbers. They always want to put numbers in front of you. Do this! And it's showing me that really I need to hit for most growth 5 to 6 in the morning, either on Friday or Sunday. So what do you think of an extremely early morning blueberry cheesecake pancake breakfast? Which for me would be extremely early, but like East Coast, that would be like 9 in the morning. I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna grab a couple of aspirin. Trash stream. Welcome back, Toast. Thank you for the follows. Ooh. Bot follow time again? Hi, bots. We're going to turn off alerts here for a moment here, chat. There we go. Thank you for all the follows. However, we're going to turn off all of those alerts. So the follower alerts are off for right now. We'll run those, like, we got solutions for bots. We'll get rid of those. I don't need fake followers. Actually, Twitch might have done that already for me. Because my follower count on the dashboard hasn't changed much. Yeah, no, Toast, because I'm not really serious or out there trying to get advertisers or work with partners or sponsors or anything like that. But for the people that do, and the people that are trying to do that, they're going to be looked up on sites that strip out the bots and stuff like that, and so to get a better, accurate response. Because people lie to advertisers all the time. You know, they get sponsored or hosted and they don't really have the audience that they have, sort of a thing. Okay, our oven's up to temp here, so now let's get a little more serious about filling our pie. We have our chilled down stew here. It's probably an interesting view of the stew. Look at that. Like a glove. Like a glove. Not OJ's glove. We'll take our top piece here of dough, roll this out, to just larger than or we just, I think we're just going to cut a fair amount of this off. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. two doughs don't want to stick together for some reason. Giving me issues here. There we go with that. Use my apple core here. Cut myself a hole in the dough here. Egg wash. We need an egg wash. Just happen to have one pre-made, chilling in the fridge. Alright, there we go, chat. There is our chicken pot pie. And that's going to go in the oven now. Maybe we'll throw this on a pan just to make sure it doesn't make a complete mess. Into 400-degree oven. I'm actually going to give that 20 minutes at 400, and then we're going to drop it down to 350. But I think this is probably going to be, well, let's do a little cleanup. Less cleanup I have to do for tomorrow's stream. Get it done now. Had a strange one at the supermarket today. Strange visit there. I was talking earlier about the chicken. I didn't talk about the rest of my visit. Just sort of, like, I can't never make it through a supermarket visit without something about the supermarket just absolutely just driving me nuts. Dubers! You wonderful soul. Thank you for that resub. And I need to inquire, what should be the mix on my summer shrub? What should be the ratio? What do we need more of in there? We need more plum, strawberry, blackberry, apple, more cherry. We can do a straight cherry, perhaps. Blackberry. Represented by grapes, but it sort of works. Thank you for the resub. Ooh, we got new ingredient suggestions. I added a couple myself this morning. And we got the vote up for next Wednesday, not tomorrow, next Wednesday already. So tomorrow's going to be Cheese Whiz. I have to use Cheese Whiz as an ingredient in dinner and dessert. But next week, you can vote whether I have to use beets or sausage for dinner and dessert. Why did I throw this in the sink? I just put flour on it. Because it's in the sink, I gotta make sure and clean it really well, because if it was just flour, I would have been okay with the strainer. Just getting rinsed out for the most part. But sink nastiness? Nah, that needs some soap action. No, it's just the person who suggested the idea just put sausage. Unless Buns changed it on them. I don't think Buns did. But I added this morning to the list of ingredients. I guess I was on an alcohol kick this morning. I wasn't drinking. But I added Jägermeister, Fernet Branca, Merlot, and Port to the list. And Buns just added arugula back that just lost this week's vote. And celery. Which, celery's a decent one too. Like, dessert celery. Dessert beets. Yeah, but I don't think dessert one night with that. Do you? I think, like, childhood afternoon snack. Not that it has to be child dish, but that's what I think. Like, you can make gourmet chicken fingers too. I just think of it as kids' food. I've made some pretty good chicken fingers on stream. Still feel like it looks like kids' food. I bet you a celery gelato wouldn't be horrible with like a fruit sauce or something. Hi, Steve Mommy. No thanks. Not necessarily into the whole swinging thing or anything like that, but I'm definitely not all about the whole get married thing either. I mean, it seems to work out so well for so many people. You know, none of them feel absolutely trapped into their situation. Yeah, I definitely don't do that here. This is not some clown do silly thing for dollars stream. You know, it's sort of funny how that wave of spam followers stopped almost immediately the moment I stopped alerts. Like, it wasn't a thing where it just kept hitting after. Nah, so thank you if there's someone out there, you know, trying to have fun. I will say it's a nice change from being asked constantly from random people, I'm not talking about any in particular, how you're feeling 20 times a night. Thank you. Got another 6 minutes here on the oven until we knock the temp down. And then I think I'm going to give it another 20 minutes beyond that. I haven't gone swimming in I don't know how long. Many years. Many years. You're sounding like you've had one too many Cosmos. You know, with a dunk tank, there's at least a slight less percentage that someone's gone to the bathroom in there. Though you look at the water in those things, and it's always, like, nasty. Like, I don't know. You would think they would just use a garden hose to fill. I don't know. Drugs are bad, MK. But I'm gonna leave it there because if you're fucking taking meth, there ain't much I can do to help your ass. I mean, the idea that someone finds the idea of taking a drug that physically makes you unable to ever feel as happy as that ever again. Ever. Why? Talk about stupidity. Let's see here. Oh, we can clean up this too. Dropping the temperature down to 350 now. It's been in there for 20 minutes now. I'm gonna glance a quick look at it here. Looks about the same. Hasn't changed much. Hasn't changed much. Not entirely on its own, but yeah. Oh, the one following me. Yeah, I have cameras following me too, yeah. But I can also do things like main camera. If the thing hears me. Main camera. Or overlooked scene. Overlooked scene. Zoom right. Zoom right. Main camera. This helps me a lot with that. You know, I got to start a stream. I got to have the kitchen clean to start. It's not like I'll just work around that. Which happens off stream. You keep doing that. John, welcome in. But we got another 15 minutes here until our pie is potentially ready. So I think we're going to do a little AFK here. And I will see all you lovely folks back in a couple minutes, 15 minutes or so. Maybe a few minutes less. Maybe we'll come back a couple minutes before it comes out.
To brighten any moment.
Make it coffee.
To enjoy that fresh aroma.
Make it often.
Make it up fresh each time in a clean container. And for full flavor,
Make it right.
and here's how. For each cup of fresh drawn water, use one approved measure of your favorite coffee. That's all, one approved measure per cup.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment bright, fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee. Make it often. Make it right.
Yes, sir. If you want real entertainment, the best place to find it is in front of a General Electric Black Daylight Big as Life television set. Sports, comedy, drama, news, music. Yes, they're all yours, merely at the turn of a dial. This model has a big 16-inch black rectangular tube that lets you see everything that the camera sees, true to life and as big as life. Sparkling contrast and sharp focus give you pictures of such clarity that you feel you're right there on the scene. The cabinet, designed and constructed by America's leading cabinet makers, fits gracefully into any type of room. Genuine mahogany veneers, hand-rubbed for lasting beauty and durability, are just one example of the painstaking attention to every detail, which makes this cabinet one that you'll be proud to have in your home. The precision engineering and careful assembly techniques used in making this General Electric Black Daylight television set are your assurance of television at its finest. See it in operation at your General Electric dealers tomorrow. And when you see it, well, you'll know that you're seeing the best.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
If you're still watching television on a small screen set, you're missing a lot. Here, for example, is a close-up on a 10-inch set. See how much smaller it is than my head? Now I'd like to show you the same close-up on a 21-inch set. There. Just look at the difference. She's as big as I am now. You can have big screen close-ups just like that. Close-ups as large as life with RCA Victor's great new 21-inch model, the Master 21. At the lowest 21-inch price in RCA Victor history, as little as $199.95. Visit your RCA Victor dealer soon. See television's greatest value, the Master 21. Big screen 21-inch quality TV for $199.95. And remember, every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other television.
Now, class, Mr. Tiger will show us how Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes cereal starts out.
Is a flake field?
It's a cornfield. Kellogg's toast corn to golden flakes and adds a secret frosting. Helps keep them extra crunchy and delicious. It's part of your good breakfast and tastes.
I know. Great! Sit down to breakfast with Tony, and you'll discover why it's great.
Mr. Tiger, you're wonderful.
Oh, shucks.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat. The best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Yes, always look for this Bird's Eye Bird, your guarantee of top-quality frozen food. And your big Bird's Eye buy this week is Bird's Eye Orange Juice. Easy, you can serve it in a minute. Thrifty, it will save you money. Orchard fresh and delicious.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair. and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
Well, no wonder my laundry bill is so high. All those napkins last week.
Doeskin.
What?
You should use Doeskin dinner napkins.
Paper napkins? Oh, no.
I don't mean thin little paper napkins, but Doeskin dinner napkins. You'll love them.
Everybody loves Doeskin dinner napkins. These soft linen-like napkins are 2-ply in smart formal fold, in white and in beautiful pastel colors. And Doeskin dinner napkins are big. They cover your whole lap, and they stay put. What's more, they last throughout the meal, and they leave no lint.
They are nice. And they would save my linen.
They save you money, too. Doeskin dinner napkins cost only 49 cents for 5 dozen. That's a fraction of a penny apiece.
All right, Dottie.
You'll find Doeskin dinner napkins, Doeskin facial tissues, and other Doeskin products at your favorite grocery, supermarket, department store, or drugstore. Look for the brown dispenser box.
Doeskin.
I'm a guitar and I have strings. I like to play while someone sings. Hi, gang. Do you recognize this mouse guitar? It's just like the one the Mouseketeers gave me. And now Mattel Toy Makers, the people who made my mouse guitar, have a big surprise for you. You can have your very own mouse guitar just like mine. And look, I wrote out all the instructions so you can learn to play the songs we play on the show. Remember, gang, you can now get the mouse guitar wherever toys are sold for only $4. Hey, I almost forgot. Be sure to see the Mouseketeer Junior, too. Just turn the crank and it plays the Mouseketeer theme song. The Mouseketeer Junior is only $1.80. Be sure to look for this label, gang. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
Hey, new Kellogg's Okays. Note the improvement? They put a bear on the box, which improved it so much, they decided to improve the cereal, too.
Oh, come on, Yogi. Let's be serious about Kellogg's new Okays, okay?
Like the Space Bears say, hey, okay.
Well, first, how nutritious are Kellogg's new Okays? Well, they're made from oats. And of all grains, oats are the richest in proteins and rich in other bodybuilding essentials, too. In fact, some people consider it their duty to eat oats. Yogi. But now, with a really delicious oat cereal like Kellogg's Okays around, people can have their oats and enjoy them, too. Especially Kellogg's new Okays. For Kellogg's new Okays are crispier... Cripsier and toastier, and therefore tastier than ever. So for the best in oats, get Kellogg's new Okays.
The one with the bear on the box. Suitable for framing.
All right. We be back. Hello, everyone. Got another just under 3 minutes on the oven. I did take a peek at it. It is browning up beautifully. I'm actually slightly worried that we're going too long with it, but I've committed. Yeah, nacho cheese, but tomorrow is cheese. Chat, tomorrow's stream is going to be cheesy. Hi, Shu. Over on Kick. Sorry, I don't watch Kick hugely. I have to have a separate window open to keep track of what's going on in Kick. But thank you very much for the follow a while ago. Ooh, fettuccine. I should do fettuccine Alfredo soon. It's been a while since I've done an Alfredo pasta dish. I'm sure my doctor will love that. Yeah, there's a couple of long ones, and there's a couple of long ones that are in other languages. Like, there's things like hydrogenated, I think, is one of them. But yeah, long, mostly food related. Alright, here we go, chat. Pulling our pot pie out. That is still a bit lighter than I expected. We could go actually a bit longer than that. Over on the stove. I actually think I do want to go a bit longer with that. I'm going to restart the oven. Put it back at 400 instead of 350. I'm going to give that at least another 15 minutes. Yeah, I want it to be... like, the edges have got a little bit of light browning. But we can do more. We can do a lot more there. So I'll set another 15-minute timer here. What else we got going on in this house right now? Cake, that's about it. Cake is about all we got in this house right now. Yeah. Cheese Whiz. Specifically Cheese Whiz is the plan for tomorrow. That's a sort of tough one, JK. Like, I think of intimidating and difficult as two different things. Because intimidating, I think of interviews, test cookings, where I've done mystery baskets to get jobs, or I cooked dinner for the help and for a private client as an interview. Those are sort of the things I would do that, but that's because the pressure's on there. I've never really done competitions or anything like that, but that's because I'm not big on that sort of a thing. Anyways, so yeah, that's one end of it. Difficult, I would say, is more technical. Like, I don't put myself, or I purposely try to not put myself in positions like that when I'm streaming. So, yeah. That makes it easier for me. I also try and stay away from keeping myself to time pressures, both in and out of work, after living a life of 2 minutes, chef. Or, how long? 2 minutes. Things like working with aspic, actually. When I was in college, we had to do a presentation platter with aspic, which, if you're not familiar, it's essentially chicken stock or vegetable stock or veal stock that has been clarified and then thickened to the point that it essentially turns into Jell-O. And you will put that on a base layer of a platter, because if you touch it or disturb it or mark it in any way, it shows. And so it's sort of like a, this is untouched type of feel or effect to it. And the idea of having to put together a platter and putting everything on that platter and not being able to disturb what you're putting it on. But that's more like, that's competition stuff in my mind. I'm not... Competitions to me are more like the Bocuse d'Or. It's not... Which, if I can remember and I catch it, I will most certainly be streaming on Discord and live commentating. I don't know why it doesn't get picked up by anyone here in the US, but it's a great show. It's a great competition. It's quite seriously the Olympics of culinary. And the only way that people can really find it or see it is streamed online and in the morning, because it's European hours. and it's typically not very well translated into US, or into US, into English. It's much more French, much more, and you'll hear multiple languages. The crowd is crazy. Like European soccer events, they all got horns, noisemakers. It's just constant racket. The people that do those competitions train and plan to do those dinners, which are like, you're representing your country, so they're very nationally based. They're using ingredients that are local to their country, animals that are raised by them, that sort of thing. And they train for months ahead of time to get there. And in the US, you have sub-competitions to get to be the competitor, sort of like the Olympics. They just don't really broadcast it, sadly. I want to say it's in September, but you can just, let's see, let's look. Well, that's already passed, but that's not what we're looking for. Ugh. And why is it in French now? No. English. No, that's not what I wanted either. They've got so many events now. It used to be that it was just the Bocuse. But now they've got all these. Let's see if it's... Let's see here. It's in January, so it's gonna be a while. Or this is 2023 now. That's part of the problem here, is it's primarily in French, which I don't do French. But I probably should have done this a little bit ago. Is the Bocuse d'Or. Bocuse d'Or. But you can see each of the countries have different days and different presentation times. And the food that they put out, like, quite seriously, is platters that are like that. That is just picture perfect and, like, tweezer placed. They use cutting edge techniques for all sorts of stuff. They all compete in the exact same designed kitchens with the same equipment. Like, you'll see them rearrange stuff and use the equipment in different arrangements, but they're all using the same stuff. Oh yeah, and we don't tend to do very good at this either in the as far as the U.S. We won a couple of years past, but yeah. Let's take a look at this pie again. We still got about 3 minutes on the timer, but let's see what we got. Oh, this is much better. Much better. Zoom right. There we got that nice golden crust going. How about our color here if we can? Using my hand in there helps a little bit. Yeah, it does look, it's got a little bit of a ooh smiley face going there. Let's see if we can't move that over here to the cutting board. Cutting board camera. Well, actually, let's just get some photos of it. Just like this before we break into it. And then, like I said, this is a little bit more family style in that we're going to break into this. And then, it's not a single serving, obviously. So you get that nice flaky crust. And then we get the rest of our pie settling in. Didn't quite get all that crust in there. But we're not going to try and squeeze it into that bowl. Music. You know, you're starting over. Ooh, that's got a bit of a kick from the jalapeno. If you remember, I'm using the pickled veggies, the pickled onions, peppers. There's quite a bit of jalapeno in there. An overcooked but delicious pea. Grab ourselves a photo. As always, photos going up in the Discord, or at least a select couple. But I do think that wraps things up for tonight. Another longer stream tonight. Had to get the other earbud. Because the first one died. We went longer than 3.5 hours. Appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. I don't think we're going to raid out tonight. I think I'm going to call it there. Greatly appreciate you hanging out with me. We're going to be doing Cheese Whiz as an ingredient tomorrow night. So, dinner and dessert using Cheese Whiz. Let me know your ideas in Discord. I hope you all have an amazing evening. I hope to see you back. Good night.